Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and the last couple of days for Battlefield 3 have been very exciting. The Close Quarter DLC has finally been released for premium users on the Xbox 360 and for PC, but there also was a tentative, potential future update patch for Battlefield 3 that was posted on Reddit. Demise posted an entire article here that kind of outlines what they're thinking about balancing in an upcoming patch. I will leave a link down below so you guys can go check that out yourself. But I just wanted to go through some of the stuff that I found noteworthy, and the first thing is that they are going to be changing some of the reload times on a lot of the weapons. Right now, there are some weapons where the animation doesn't line up with the reload time, so it's really not going to change the way the weapon really performs in a lot of situations. I think he said it only is going to affect it by 0.1 seconds on a lot of them, so not a lot of changes there. It's a long laundry list of weapons, so I'm not going to list them all here. Like I said, I will leave a link so you guys can check it out yourself. But one of the largest things that would affect people in this potential patch is that apparently they're going to be increasing the recoil on the M16A3 and the M4A1. I think this is a good thing, considering that this is by far the most used, or both of these weapons are the most used weapons in the game, and arguably the best weapons in the game. So I'm glad to see that they are trying to at least adjust them a little bit to make them on par with all the other weapons. You've probably played on many maps where every single person that you come across is using one of these weapons, so it's good to see that they are adjusting it. But one of the things that kind of threw me for a loop is that they're also going to be reducing the recoil, the horizontal and the vertical recoil of the M416, which is pretty much the same thing as the M16A3, but with slightly less RPM. So I'm not really sure how this is going to affect gameplay, but if they nerf the M16A3 and then buff this, I have a funny feeling that the M416 is going to become probably one of the most popular weapons. Right now, it's already one of the better weapons in the game, and with this slight buff, I can only imagine it even being even more powerful. Apparently, they're also going to be reducing the horizontal recoil on the SG553 to make it a little bit more controllable. I think this is fantastic news, considering that this is one of my favorite engineer weapons in the game, and to have it get buffed even more is awesome. I'm not really sure why more people don't use this weapon. I find it to be very manageable. I even use it on the Close Quarter DLC, and I just can destroy people with it. So I'm happy to see this change, and I'm assuming more people are going to use it as well after this patch. One of the things that I was most excited for in these patch notes is apparently they fixed the bug right now where a helicopter cannot do any splash damage on SOFLAM, so it's almost impossible to take them out. If you've ever been in an attack helicopter as the gunner or even as the pilot, you'll know that your main gun or the missiles do absolutely no damage to the SOFLAM, which is really bad considering that that thing is basically your bane of existence and allows people to lock on with javelins and instantly take you out. So it's kind of a big deal to take it out, and right now the only way to kill one of them in the helicopter is to use the TV missiles. So I'm really glad that they have finally gotten around to fixing it. It has been a known issue for quite some time now, and if you've ever seen Level Caps in Mind get to the chopper, you'll know that we'll take like 2 minutes out of our way just to try to take out the SOFLAM. We'll even jump out of the helicopter and then shoot it with our normal weapons just to kill it. It's pretty ridiculous, so I'm glad that they have finally fixed it. Another great potential change for the helicopters is that they are going to be increasing the damage of the gunner against jets, which I think is fantastic. Right now, if an enemy jet is flying like 2 miles an hour towards a helicopter, you know, the gunner can unload his entire rounds, all 30 of his rounds, into the jet, and it won't even disable them. And it's basically just free kill for the jet against the helicopter. I think that's pretty ridiculous, so I'm glad to see that DICE is finally changing it so that if a jet does do that, they're going to be punished if the helicopter team is watching out and the gunner is able to line up the shot. So I think that is a great change. Level Cap and I are very excited about that, and it's good to see. And lastly, they are going to be reducing the range bonus of the heavy barrel on a lot of the assault rifles, but they are also going to be reducing the range penalty on the suppressor on a lot of the assault rifles and carbines and LMGs. So I'm assuming what they're trying to do here is to buff the suppressor a little bit and nerf the heavy barrel to put them in, more in line with each other, so not everyone is just using heavy barrel. Because if you play it on the battlefield right now, you'll know that absolutely no one uses the suppressor. It's just not a very good attachment right now, and everyone mostly just sticks with the heavy barrel. So it looks like they're trying to balance that out a little bit, which I think is a good change, and it's going to add a little bit more variety for your attachments, and you're not just sticking with one loadout for absolutely every weapon. But that's what I found interesting in the potential patch notes. But let me know what you guys thought about this. Do you like the potential changes? Do you think that it's going in the right direction, or do you like where the game is right now? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video or you just want to support my channel, I always appreciate it when you give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more videos if you haven't already. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.